You've probably seen quite a lot of women that go for guys with a lot of money. And maybe you've also asked yourself, well, why exactly is that the case? In this video, I try to answer that question and also tell you what this basically means for your life or what to take away from it. Before I spill all of that, just quickly subscribe to this channel and also like this video if you want to see like more good content on your For You page. Now, one thing you truly have to understand here is that women search for competence. Understandably so, because the more competent you were back in the day, the higher your chances of survival. So evolutionarily, it just makes pure sense. Now, competence comes in quite a lot of different forms and shapes, and its markers are quite different. For example, in tribes which hardly have contact with like the world as we know it, let's just say, things can look quite different. The things women look for in such tribes is competence in the areas that men then typically just undertake in that tribe. That can be, for example, hunting. And then in that case, the best hunter would get the most women, so to speak. In such tribes, it's not money. I truly want to stress that. They don't even have money most of the time, so it's not money necessarily, it's competence. That's really what I want to drive home here. Another thing competence leads to is status, because that's what most men judge each other on. And therefore, the higher your competence, the more favorably, let's just see, other men see you. So status is actually even linked to competence, and therefore that makes it like an attractive trait once again. And that's why status is an attractive trait as well. But now, what is it exactly with money? Well, in today's society, money is quite a good indicator for high competence. Not necessarily, because you can just also inherit a lot of wealth or like money, but it usually is quite a good marker. At the same time, having a lot of money also gives you a lot of status, which we just covered as well. And of course, you also have to understand that money in general can just afford you a very comfortable life with, you know, some comfortable things or some luxury goods. So yeah, that's also why money is just highly attractive. Now, what to think of that? I can understand why it's such a big thing for women. And I mean, I myself look for like typically attractive traits in women. So yeah, I guess it's a fair game. I mean, at the end of the day, those are things that are like very deeply rooted in our brains or like in our psyche, in our deep subconscious partly even. So yeah, those are not things we can just rule over and just change. That's why I like fully accept that fact. And also like making a sufficient amount of money is also like at your, like you can change essentially how much money you make. So yeah, it's just fair, I guess, because it lies in your hand. It's nothing up to the chances. However, and of course this is all like personal judgment, I don't want a woman which is like purely out for money and that's the only reason she is with me. In the best case scenario, she is aware of that fact and all of that evolutionary stuff going on, and the relationship is built on other, in my opinion, more important things. I mean, this also kind of like makes me wonder if love like truly exists. And this is quite a hard question. I might make a video on this as well. But my stance as of right now is that you kind of have to work for love in a sense. You have to build it, and in the building like stage, you have to invest quite a lot of work into like building that love. But once you like established it, it doesn't take much to keep it. So like the building volume, so to speak, is much more than the maintenance volume, just like in almost everything in life. But I think you can get quite close to like an unconditional love type of situation. And again, I think that's fair because that goes for both sides. Now, I hope I was able to explain why for a lot of women money is such a big thing and why evolutionarily seen it makes sense. Now, if you want to defend yourself against emotional manipulation, then you can watch another video I made on emotional dependency. The link for that is in the description below, just like my Instagram, which, as I said, if you want to see like more of my personal life, then you can go follow that right now. The link again is also in the description down below. And again, subscribe to the channel if you want to see like more stuff or like more tips or just in general how to improve your life from things which have improved my life and also the lives of others which are highly successful in whatever area you like. Have a good day and yeah, let's fucking go.